Short drive into Glen Forest takes us to the home of Inta Goddard. Inta, thanks for having us here.
Welcome.
You originally started off in sculpting. Tell us about this piece behind.
That was the last piece I did in my student days at Curtin, and the model she was a uni student, and she posed for the whole class. And it's made from coal cast aluminium, which is aluminium powder, resin, polyester, and fiberglass matting.
How long does it take to make something like that?
It took us sort of about three sessions, maybe 4, and then make the cast, the plaster cast, and then cast together the cast with the resins.
Excellent. And obviously you've had a bit of a theme with heads, as I can see behind you. There's a few more.
Yes.
Tell me about those.
Well, they're kind of fun to play with anyway. And this is from Two Faces.
Oh, okay.
And there is a story about it in Roman mythology. The god of two faces.
Ah, okay.
The one in the middle is recycled materials.
Okay.
The only thing new is the rope.
Yeah.
That's from building, from a toaster, from attaching pipe to a wall, rope, a chain, and piece of metal I found in the car park, curtain rings, old salad bowl. This is rock, as in rock music. And I just had fun playing with it.
Yes. Were you listening to rock music when you made it?
Well, you can't help but hear rock music these days, can you? It's everywhere. So.
And how about the hangings that are on the wall?
These are the audience, as like the side view of people in the darkened theatre.
Okay.
And the same with that one. And the half faces I call the performers.
And what are these made out of?
This is plantation pine on board, and those are cast in plaster of Paris.
This is a bit of a multifunction centre with all the things that you've got going on in here.
Yes, it is, and it serves that purpose as well, for working area, entertaining, and family and friends from the east coming to stay.
Excellent. And can we have a look through into the other room?
Yes, of course.
That's good. So you transitioned into doing some painting after you did the sculpting?
Yes, because to have a sculpture studio wasn't practical at the time, and you only need one room for paintings. And I had a very small room, so I had to use binoculars back to front to give you the sense of distance.
So what is this painting that we have up here?
That was inspired of a trip to Bali, my first trip there, and I heard a piece of Javanese music called Sunda Mekar, and I got the tape, so I played it and played it and I painted it.
Excellent. And moving across to this side, we've got some bright colours. So what are these 3 pieces that we've got up here?
The triptych is it's a golden summer triptych. Again, the sun, the summer, the sense of life, and the happiness of it, the warm colours.
What sort of paints do you like to use?
I love oils, but I've been using acrylics as well. And paint stick, and so sometimes mixed media, whatever I think would fit.
So in contrast to these very bright and happy pictures, we have these darker images. Can you tell me about these?
So my response to the fires over east, and using feathers as symbolic, which can be either an ending or it can also be a beginning. Different people have different meanings for them, and I was pretty saddened about the fires. They were quite shocking.
Yes. So were these painted kind of recently or back when the fires were?
Just after, a few months after, and the feathers are screen prints. and the rest is hand colour and some collage.
And are these oil paints?
Acrylic and carandache, which is a water-soluble pastel.
So after you experimented with some painting, you went back to sculpturing?
Yes, and I like the idea of painted sculptures and the wall pieces because I call them the space between 2D and 3D. And the little pieces there, the half circles, there's not one that is straight up and down or straight across. They had to be off the angle a bit.
And how about the bigger?
These are from influenced by music, the Balinese gamelan, and I love the music. It's very meditative and almost hypnotic, so peaceful. But I like the idea of moving across to see a different image. Looking straight at it, it's just white.
Yes.
But from the sides, I like the changes.
Beautiful.
So it creates a different pattern. The same in those ones too. From the side, it looks like a different thing.
Yeah. So how do you decide what you're going to make an image of?
It just seems to happen, and I have an idea, and a sculpture I might do a drawing on a graph with, arithmetic proportions in balance and so on. But once I start, the thing has a way of changing, and it gives you different ideas on what to do next or how to finish it off.
So from these two-dimensional pieces you moved on to create three-dimensional pieces. What triggered this change?
It was a bird in the garden. I drew its head and then there was some competition going, so I thought I could present it in a different way as a large sculpture.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and stay tuned next week for more of the Mundaring Open Studios.